Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Today is a very important prophetic word given to you in January. This is appointed times now. Okay? We've reached the new highways. That means a new ordained spouse. Okay? You're on the road to, it's a rough terrain. Okay? You're on a 4x4 FJ Cruiser and you are finding being at the right place at the right time for your future ordained spouse to find you. Okay? This word was given to me on 8/9/2025. This is chapter 51, part 1. And the title is, Are you ready to hear what he has to say? Yes, this is huge. This is huge. This is extremely enormous insight from heaven above, okay? And I'm not the only one that received this prophetic word. On the same day that I received this prophetic word, another prophet stated, someone is set to go public. Okay? Someone is ready to share their feelings with you. They can't hold it in any longer. And yes, this is the new ordained spouse. Now, if you remember a dream that I had of this teenage girl walking through the school and then couldn't find her sister, so she had to just go to class, and she entered class and there was one teenage boy right in front of her. Okay? Just because I'm talking about a teenage boy and girl doesn't mean teenage boy and girl ordained spouse are going to get together and get married right now. It was just kind of like a example, but we're talking about adults here. Okay? Anyway, the first boy stood there and looked like he was going to say something, but he never did. Then shortly after, another one just came, stood right in front of her in the classroom. And he was about to tell her something, and then there was a catastrophic event that occurred. Okay? It seems to be a pattern of these prophetic words that your future ordained spouse is going to come right before a calamity that's going to hit the states. Okay? It's going to hit the country that you're in. Something's going to come and be quite catastrophic, but your future ordained spouse is there to rescue you. Okay? Another prophetic dream that I had regarding there was the one that's about the picture of the Noah's Ark. You want to watch that one? Okay? In a similar situation, he comes just in time, right before. So this is now, okay? And please listen to this Samuel E. Malumbe. He is here to give some insight.
A very urgent prophetic word for you, and I'm excited to bring that word to you. The Lord says, get set for a public announcement. God says, get set for a public announcement. I saw a video, just a prophetic, like in a vision. I saw a video. Someone was showing me a video of like an announcement. I saw a guy standing. I saw a few people standing behind, is it a press conference? They call it, like somebody standing talking, and then there are a few people just giving the person some moral support and tapping on the person on the shoulder. But the nature of the announcement was very personal, like a wedding or just an intention, someone's intention, right? And the Lord began to share in my spirit that right about now, this person is going to make a public announcement and is going to be a pleasant surprise. Now, I am not a content creator. I'm not a comedian. My job is not to get people excited and desiring to just put out words. I would only come up behind the camera to tell you what I perceive the Lord is saying. Right about now, in the realms of the spirit, God is saying it is time for that pleasant surprise. Now, before I go on, if you believe this prophetic word and you believe in the prophet, I want you to type and declare right now, I am ready for my pleasant surprise. Before you even go ahead to hear the rest of the prophetic word or to watch the rest of the prophetic word, type it, log that in right now and stir your faith, release your faith towards this. I am ready for my pleasant surprise. This is the characteristics of this surprise. Number one, it's going to be public. Number two, it's going to be a surprise. Number three, it's going to be pleasant. Number four, is going to bring your family and your friends together. It's the time for people to congratulate you. The day you've been waiting, that period you've been dreaming about, you've been trusting for this time to come. And the Lord says that it is finally here. Get set for a public announcement. Get set for a pleasant surprise. The Bible tells us that God does nothing without revealing it to his servants, the prophets. Why is the prophetic word coming right now? To prepare you for what is coming, so that you are not taken unawares, or you are ignorant, or you are not aware of the season that you have entered. God says you have entered the season of the fulfillment of the prophecy that was released over you for a pleasant surprise.
Get more uploads. The Most High is saying today on 8/6. Okay, so now I'm broadcasting this on the channel in January, and I'm doing so because the Most High gave me a timeline that these prophetic words are made on earth about 5 months after he tells me ahead of time. Okay, so this is appointed times for such a time as this. He says, you have shown some care for him, and something that he genuinely asked some advice for. Okay, let me give you an example. You may have crossed paths with this individual, and he shared that he is an introvert. Okay, but what made sense to you is because you are also an introvert. Maybe you can also be an extrovert at the same time, but he more so is all around an introvert. So he was about to go somewhere, okay, that was going to be in public. I believe it could be an example of maybe the movie theater, okay? Let's just put that out there. And to continue on with this example is he was getting really nervous to go do that. Okay, because of course everybody likes to have fun and do, exciting things, but when you're an introvert, it's just extra work. Okay? It's just internally a lot of anxiety to be out in public. Okay? And so this, for example, you went out of your way and you said, you know what? There's some tips, if you would like, I can provide to make it like eased into it, and you won't feel it that heavy of anxiety. You may not feel any anxiety. And so you can suggest, you can wear a hoodie, obviously put the hood on, right? And you can walk in public. It's already cold outside because we're in January, so it's just going to be all natural. And then, typically everybody, if you go at night to the movie theater, typically, it's kind of dark anyway, so you won't even be noticed, I guess, for some people that don't want to be on the spotlight, okay? Then the other tip you could give is some yummy snacks, okay? Get that person all riled up for yummy snacks. That's the main reason why you're going. You're going to watch a wonderful movie, hang out with your significant other and or some friends and family. You're going to enjoy some yummy snacks, right? It's going to be a lovely time. Okay, so you bring up the snacks and a combination of snacks that tastes really delicious. For example, have you guys ever tried eating popcorn with extra butter and sour Skittles, but to eat that combination at the same time? Like a handful of both, right? And that tastes really good. So it's more enticing and exciting because now you're excited about that treat. So you're taking the focus off of being in public view and you're putting the focus on, spending time with whoever you're going to the movies with, and then also the snack. Then you could also suggest ideas of, hey, you could go to the bathroom first. So that way you don't have to be like saying, excuse me, and then, squeezing through the aisle in the movie theater when everybody has already got comfortable and sat down. You could do all of that prior. Sometimes people need to go to the bathroom when they feel anxiety, so then you can get that all out of the way. You can also sit at the edge of the aisles at the end, and you don't have to sit sandwiched in the middle, so that you could feel like if you want to take a little break from being in there, you can walk right out, right? And you don't have to skip through people and hop through people because you're right at the edge. Okay, so these were some tips, and that person could be like, wow, feeling like, I think I can do this. Obviously, say, breathe, do some breathing, deep breathing. That really helps reduce stress on the vagus nerve. Okay, and then breathing in general helps relieve a lot of stress. Okay, it calms your nervous system. And then you say, just, focus on having fun. Focus on who you're going to spend time with. Focus on, get to the movies early to watch the credits. Because when you're in there for a little bit and you don't just jump right into the actual movie, you're able to settle in and be able to scope out the place. You're able to have time to pick the seat that you want to sit in, rather than, you're all the way in the front because there's no more seats available. That's horrible. Have you ever gone to the movie theater and you're right at the front, and so your neck is like, it's arched all the way back, and you're just like, the screen's right in your eyes, right? It just doesn't feel comfortable. So when you get there a little bit earlier, you can just get the seat that you want. You could take a breather, and just, as the more people are coming in, you're getting accustomed one by one or two by two that they're coming in, rather than entering a room and there's a crowd of people already in. It kind of helps set the tone internally to ease your way into a fuller room. For someone that is an introvert, these are the things that go on in people's heads. Okay? And so this was very helpful to the individual. Okay, I need to jump right in. So in other words, the individual, your future ordained spouse, has noticed how sweet and kind that you are. Okay? And so the Most High is reiterating that there's going to come a time where you're going to be able to give this type of genuine advice to that person. And that's how they're going to get to know how you are. Okay? And he says, don't worry. No. He won't get irritated by the nurturing care that you provide. Just wait and see, he says. I know what I'm talking about. Okay? He likes to know how you feel about him. So in other words, you could have thrown in as well, hey, that individual says, I'll let you know how the movie went, right? And you're like, sure, I appreciate that. And then you actually add in a two more cents, and you say, also, just, let me know how you're doing, if you made it through when you went to that, public public activity, and let me know that you made it through all right. Okay, that tip at the very last tip comment that you said, it was like made it to be like 1,000 words. Okay, because he could tell how caring you are. Okay, so Now, I want to... Okay. Now he says, the Most High is saying to you, open your heart to him. He will let you know what he wanted to say. He wanted to say something to you. He can't until he knows that you have the ability to believe in your own autonomy. He wants to say something to you. Okay, so reiterating on autonomy here. Okay, so now autonomy is individuals with autonomy are aware of social pressures and can make conscious choices about whether to conform or to deviate. Being autonomous also involves respecting the autonomy of others and recognizing their right to make their own choices. So it can be used to challenge someone to prove themselves, encouraging them to achieve something they might not otherwise attempt. Okay, so then the Most High says, that time has come where he's going to share what's on his mind. He's going to tell you how he feels about you. It's going to be intense. It's going to be straightforward. It's going to come from the heart, from his heart. His heart speaks now. Are you ready? Do you want to hear what he has to say? You need to say to the Most High, yes, Yahuwah, yes, Abba, I want to hear what he has to say. Okay? Because then the Most High says this to you. Because once he says it, there's no going back. It escalates from there. So when we're focusing on the word escalate, it means make something more intense, serious, or extensive. Okay? Or a higher level of decision making. Something that was ordinary becomes serious. Okay? And then he says, it's enhanced endorsements. Well, upon researching what enhanced endorsements meaning is, in a relationship, it means refers to actively and enthusiastically responding to a partner's positive experience and successes. It's an active, constructive responding. It's building stronger, fulfilling relationship. So it goes beyond acknowledging good news. It involves showing genuine interest, enthusiasm, and support, and engaging in ways that amplify the other person's positive emotions and experiences. It means act fully and actively engage in the conversation, paying close attention to what your partner is sharing. Okay? It also means focusing on the positive aspects of the news, asking questions that encourage them to elaborate, and expressing your own positive emotions and responses. So, this communication that he's coming to bring you, okay, it gets explosive. And it because this is not just an ordinary person sharing this. You've been waiting for your ordained spouse. So the Most High has stated in the past that this relationship escalates quite quickly. and that there's going to be wedding vows in this year. Okay, I'm not saying like he tells you one day and you get married the next day, but it's like really quick though. Why? Why is the Most High allowing it to be a quick engagement and a quick dating time frame? Why? Why would he do that? Because he needs you guys together. Okay? He needs the ministry to start, he needs you guys to start be all in and to work on your ministry together. Okay? He knows you've been waiting. Some of you have been waiting decades. So like all of a sudden you waited decades, all of a sudden it's like you're married the next day. It's going to be so quick, right? You don't have to wait years and years to be engaged anymore. Like how it's customary to do so, because you're apparently still getting to know each other even when you're engaged, and these regular relationships that I'm talking about. Well, this isn't regular. This is ordained by the Most High. So there isn't going to be a really, really extremely long engagement, right? And of course, there's going to be counterfeits that are going to be coming to you, you know, and so you got to make sure that you're not making this quick engagement, this quick communication of personal information and stuff with the wrong individual. Okay? That's why you want to be getting the secret place, to make sure that you're doing this with the right person. Okay, so now the Most High says it's an accumulation of sensitive topics. All right, so on that sense, it means highly sensitive people often have a strong capacity for empathy, allowing them to deeply understand and connect with their partner's emotions. Highly sensitive people tend to crave deep and meaningful connections, leading to more intimate and fulfilling relationships. He's bringing you someone that is emotionally in tuned, okay? That has high emotional intelligence. For those of you who have been dealing with, maybe you're with someone that's incredibly intelligent, a high IQ, but their EQ is very low. It has been exhausting. Okay? It has been where you're doing a lot of the work. In order for your relationship to make it, you're planning the dates or not going on dates at all. Because you don't want to plan them because you're not the man, right? I'm talking to the women here. Or you're begging them to plan something. Or when you plan something, they're half in and maybe even ruining it when you finally go. Why? Because they're immature. That would be someone that's not emotionally intelligent. They make it all about themselves. And if it's not something that they absolutely wanted to do, they don't know how. Low emotional intelligent people don't know how to support others in their ventures, in their interest. Okay. But the Most High is saying that he's bringing someone to you that does have it going on. Okay? So then this is what the Most High is saying to you. Can he say it now? And then he says, are you sure? When you said yes, he can say it now. He says, are you sure? Okay? And then he says, Akashama. He says, alas, in this manner, I'm in the whisper. And then he says, obey with action. I will tell you the next steps tomorrow. Okay? And so now he says, give him a key to your heart. Give him the key to your heart. And you're going to be like, how do I do that? Because you've had a really hard time trusting people. Okay? And this is what the Most High is saying. The key to your heart is your trust. Give him your speech. Give him your rest. Give him your comfort. Give him your peace. You carry peace. He can feel it. That's what's so addicting. That is what's so attractive. He feels peaceful with you. He feels he leads. He feels he can be enough. Okay? You listen. You're intrigued. Okay? and you're genuinely emotionally there. Okay? He can come back with the news of what happened in that movie and that movie theater activity, and he'll be like, thank you so much, I genuinely appreciate all the advice, I did everything that you stated and it went very, very, very well. And he hasn't stopped thinking about you. That's what the amazing part is. So this supernatural encounter, divine connection happened. Okay? It's going to happen if it hasn't happened.